What we do mainly is we have four different areas that we work in. One is data and AI, the other being marketing and customer engagement solutions. We also do digital commerce. So, in each of these areas, what we focus on mainly from strategy all the way down to execution. So ADA was set up about 5 years ago. And in Sri Lanka, we have been active for the last 5 years as well. So, what we do mainly is we have four different areas that we work in. One is data and AI, the other being marketing and engagement, customer engagement solutions. And on the back of that, we also do digital commerce. So, in each of these areas, what we focus on mainly from strategy all the way down to execution. So it's a full 360. In many markets, I think in advertising also, we had the entire ATL 360 concept, right? So we do that similarly in digital. So you have a acquisition phase, which is where you acquire customers, and then you have the retention phase where you have the building of loyalty and making sure that they go from each of your product ecosystems, right? Your entire ecosystem. That's where ADA comes in. In Sri Lanka, what's flying for ADA is more the customer engagement interactions that we have. Also the content creation, the online media piece, and also some of the solutions that we work with our customers to develop. So we can even do things like digital rewarding, where we have got involved with quite a few clients, be it their own dealer networks, be it customers that need to be rewarded, or even if you are running something like a survey program where you're trying to see, doing a pulse check of the market, we are all able to use the different digital platforms and give you that service. So something that we are looking at in 2024, specifically in Sri Lanka, is how we actually leverage on the entire chat commerce piece, which is essentially for us WhatsApp. And with WhatsApp, how do we develop the entire journey with our customers? So some of the things that we do with AI is we have things called actionable insights. So we are able to use some of the platforms to develop certain insights for our clients. So depending on where their consumer is, say they are interacting with us on a social media platform. So we can develop creative around campaigns that we put out. So that's in a very rudimentary form, right? So what AI basically does is it enables us to not laboriously pour over mundane tasks. Now we are also going into the video content of it. Say, for example, you need to take your data that you get, that you have sitting on. Most of our customers sit on like a wealth of data, provided that they have got approval and clearance from the users. We are able to take that data and look at different trends and patterns. So we push out even things like dashboards. So something even like a location planner. So if somebody is planning outlets for their retail operation, you can work with ADA to try and see how you can see where there is a lot of congestion, so that you can open up your outlets there. Or you can look at where you have not much of activity happening and you've got a location that you have set up there. That's something that we can work with you to even shut down your, to optimize your store locators and stuff like that. We can develop content at scale. Then you don't need to be, investing time and energy in creating reams and reams of content. We even do things like perfect stores. So we develop the whole storefront end for you. We will run the entire process for you. And in some markets, we even do the delivery piece, right? So there's AI coming into each of these steps. AI is a buzzword in lots of places, but we actively use it in each of the things that we are doing. So even when you look at something as simple as maybe like an engagement that you would have one-on-one on your mobile with say like an SMS, or even things like fraud management, or even if you look at something like WhatsApp engagement, right? These are things that we can actually filter in and smoothen the process, optimize the process. So there are different touch points that we use the AI to do that task for us. Innovation is ingrained into us in ADA. So one of our core values is shaping industries. Also, another one is where we have win-win for our clients, and data being at the core of everything. So it's nothing new to us. We are a very young company, and being a young company, one of the key things is agility. And with agility also comes continuous learning. So we are constantly learning, we are constantly doing new things. And in that run of trying to do things differently, sometimes we need to experiment. And this is an environment where we are able to experiment, and we also look for clients who are willing to do that with us. So most of the clients that work with us and allow us to also do a few experimenting on their behalf, because some of these technologies, some of these platforms are new. You can't predict certain behaviors. Behaviors may change. I mean, there are trends and patterns and things that we bring with us historically. But if we are exposing ourselves and our clients' brands to newer technologies, there has to be that form of experimenting. And that's something that we work across the teams collaboratively, and we bring that piece to the mix when we are working with our clients. So collaboration also is really big in ADA, not just in a single market. It could be if you're part of the leadership team, there is a lot of collaboration that happens between the leads. That's the beauty of ADA. The culture is a very open culture. There is flexibility. And if you come in and you work hard, there are rewards also at the end, recognitions at the end of the day. So innovation is ingrained into us in ADA. The culture is such that there's a lot of collaboration as well. And when I mean collaboration, it's not just on projects, collaboration at different levels. So it could be, for example, say you are an intern, or you might be the CEO of the company, or you might be in leadership, or you might just be part of the team. It doesn't matter what role you play at ADA, you have the ability to pick up and have a conversation with anybody that is there in any of the markets. If you need help, you just need to ask for it. We've got a lot of mentorship programs going as well, and we build leaders in the process. So we are quite big on the whole concept of empowerment, teamwork, collaboration, and making sure that we work together to make sure that our clients have win-win out there in the market. So that's the premise with which we also look at innovation, because when you collaborate, you are open to ideas. And when you have more ideas coming into the ecosystem and around the table, you are open to a lot more innovation. And innovation is stifled by people not working together. I think one of the bigger things is that we are able to feed off each other's energy. And that's a really big thing. I've been here now close to 5 years, and time has flown. And one of the things that keep me here is the fact that the flexibility of the entire culture, and that we are empowered to bring our best selves into work every single day. Diversity and inclusion is not a stranger to ADA. If you look around the region, most of the leadership are women. If you look around the office in Sri Lanka, we have 50-50 participation in leadership, in senior leadership here as well. And we encourage more ladies to actually to come into the ecosystem. So there are no disparities in terms of gender. Whoever you are, whatever role you play, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, or anything else for that matter. We make sure that you are part of our team. So I don't work just in Sri Lanka. I also am responsible for 2 other markets, Bangladesh and Cambodia. And Bangladesh being a slightly more male-dominated kind of setup, technology in itself is more a male-dominated setup. We have a very open culture there as well. One of the key things that we look look at when we are working in ADA as leaders is to make sure that it's a safe environment, and specifically a safe environment for ladies. So there is a zero tolerance policy. And we are very, very forceful in terms of implementing the fact that there is a zero tolerance policy. Some of the things like the stereotypical things like equality of pay, those are not things that we need to think about when it is ADA, right? If you come here to do your job, if you interview for a role, it could be that you're female or male, everybody's treated equally. So there is that whole play for equality. We also have flexible arrangements for ladies. We've got extended maternity benefits. We have something called mind, body, and soul leave, which of course is open to everyone. And outside of your normal leave quota, if you have a situation that you really need to take time out, we allow you to do that. We have flexible working hours, meaning you can come in up to about 9:30, 10, but of course you need to do your 8 hours of work. Beyond that, there's a lot of support. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of mentorship, coaching, and you have people who are there in leadership who are open to mentoring and coaching. So you can pick a time slot and you can actually engage with them on a structured basis. We also do a lot of ladies empowerment, women empowerment sessions. So when I go into Bangladesh, for example, 2 out of the 3 times I will sit with the ladies and talk to them about some of the challenges that they may be facing. If there is work-life balance, that's another big topic for us. Actually, we don't work beyond maybe 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening. That's by design. And even weekend work, you would have to have a good reason to work or to bring your team into work. So work-life balance and blending that is something that also is very important for us. Mental well-being is another topic. I think a lot of companies pay lip service to it, but here at ADA, that's a huge topic. If someone is having something that they are even facing in their personal lives, they are always open to come and talk to us. And when they talk to us, we make sure that we support them and help them overcome those challenges. I think we need to do that as leaders as well, because if we don't understand what our people are going through and be there in terms of a support structure, they can't bring their best selves also in, right? So that's something that is really big here. So empowerment, diversity, inclusion, mental well-being, and definitely working together as a team are key things that we really focus on. At ADA, the roles that we have, it's open to anyone. We don't make that classification saying this is something that a man needs to do or something that a woman needs to do. So some of our, even in Colombo, we have a data and analytics team, and that's led by a lady. In Malaysia, there's a lady that runs the entire data piece. We've got a huge data engineering team in India, and there are a lot of ladies in that as well, in that space. We've got from leadership in key tech roles, even the e-commerce head in ADA is a lady. We've got a creative media spaces. Both leaders are ladies. Even in HR, I mean, be whatever it may be in terms of a role, there is no classification saying that this is not something that a woman cannot do. I think that's a misconception. I think women are really great at multitasking, and we are very thorough when we get something onto our plates. So I think that makes a great recipe for a teammate. We have the inherent ability. I think we are born to be nurturers. So some of the coaching roles, some of the mentorship roles, some of the leadership roles come actually naturally to us. And we sometimes don't understand our own power as women. And I think we need to actually come into our own, hold our ground, because we are good at what we do. It's just that we are our harshest critiques, right? And when we look inwardly, we are always judging ourselves on what we can and cannot do. So we should stop that. I mean, there is no limit to what we can do. And here, even inside of ADA, there is no limit to what you can do. You have the ability to go across roles.